live with Mr. Agent Hustler and Connor.
Beautiful. What's going on?
What's up, man? Thanks so much for joining us. I'm psyched to walk through Hustle a little bit here with you, man. You said this is your first time. This is the first time you've seen him, right? First time you've actually checked him out.
Yeah, you know what? As far as getting like a deep dive, as far as what Agent Hustle's doing, yes, this will be a first time. Yeah, I'm excited though. I appreciate you guys having me on here, showing me.
Sure.
Super cool.
So basically, to give you kind of a layout of it, like I actually told him a little bit, like that you were going to be on the stream, that we were going to be streaming with you. And one of the things that Hustle has that basically no other AI agent has right now is a persistent memory. So even if I, were to log out and log back in, you could see my wallet address up here at the top. He'll remember who we are, based on the wallet address. This is like the way that you can think about it is, and the way I'm thinking about it is that Hustle is not like a trading bot in that you're going to he's going to trade for you. It's very much like, how can you collaborate with the AI? Right. And so that's the way we're kind of looking at it, where, yeah, he's going to be able to trade basically autonomously. But it's how you're going to want to trade, right? He's going to be able to enhance what you want to do. And I think that's pretty exciting. And so what we have is we have basically the chat interface, which you're like comfortable with like a chat GPT style. And so Hustle will, anything you put in here, Hustle can interact with the tools, which we have over here on the left-hand side, right? So this is just a simple balances, right? Where you can see my Solana balance. You can see other token I have here, which is Tensor, right? And these sort of functionality here, you'll be familiar with, which is like, I can buy more. I can click the S button and actually sell more, sell 25%, 50%, 100%, right? Right in the kind of natively like one button, easy kind of activity.
The degens wanted, when we released this, the first request was that the degens wanted more buy and sell buttons everywhere. They want as many as possible. What you'll learn with like using AI to transact on chain is like the single transactions. Like if you go to the LM and say, buy SOL with USDC in my wallet, it'll take 45 seconds or so. So it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
But in terms of like multi-step transactions, once you start getting past like 5 or 6 transactions, it becomes a lot more efficient. So we put these buy and sell buttons in the left-hand side of like the mini apps so that if you need to do a fast transaction, it just does it pretty quick. Because it seems like the general type of people who are using this is for kind of like the average goer where you don't need to, transact in a few seconds. You kind of want to take your time, navigate. Obviously, you want to be able to exit, but like your entry isn't dependent on being the fastest clicker and competing against bots. It's more like just kind of having fun and navigating the stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. It's like, if you want to just do one thing quickly, it's best to do it manually, like definitely. But what I think we're going to learn is with the LLM and Hustle in the background, anything that's like multi-step, the LLM is just going to vastly outperform, right? So here, like within also in these three buttons here, you can see a chart. So if you want to go to the chart of a particular token, the chart will come right up.
Sweet. But also, that's what I was going to ask about too. Very cool.
So it has regular charting, which you're comfortable and you'll be familiar with. And then also, as you get in like dust tokens and stuff, there's a way to like hide the tokens, so you can hide the tokens here. And then up top, what you have here is like your settings. And this is kind of cool just because like down here, if you use like Photon or whatever, you'll be very familiar with like the presets for like, to buy and sell specifically. So we've done the same. We've copied that thing where you'll just one button, you can buy a preset amount, right? So we have those all here, as well as like for the liquidity pool and slippage and stuff, you can all set that here. You can also set it, by the way, I know nobody really uses it, but you can set it right in. You can just say, hey, Hustle, adjust my slippage, to whatever. And he'll do that as well too.
Yeah. Anything you see in the mini apps, you can do through Hustle. The goal is to just have this kind of crossover experience where the degens, anyone like us who've been on chain and, are familiar with the horrendous on-chain experience, but we like it, we're used to it. You want to be able to click buttons because you're just faster with it. But probably from here on out, the majority of new net users to crypto will be much more familiar with an LLM experience than they will with trying to bridge and use Uniswap and all these types of transactions.
Yeah. We definitely believe, like, one of our core beliefs here as we're building Hustle is that, we've been talking for the entire time I've been in crypto about how do you onboard the rest of the world to crypto. And it was never going to happen with wallets. Like, wallets were never going to happen. But this is the way you can onboard the rest of the world, because people are already comfortable with ChatGPT. Everybody already uses it. So the text-based interface where you can just have access to wallets on every chain, I mean, that's what we're building. So,
oh, I know, that's huge. And so you were saying though, so if you can type kind of anything in that chat as far as, the functionalities, and it can kind of do that.
Absolutely. So, if I say,
That's
hey, buy whatever 0.01 Sol of Tensor, right? Basically what he's then doing is he's interfacing with the app over here, right? Where he's taking my Sol balance and he's going to buy the token, right? So yeah, it's basically, and when we get into like the different tools, like the liquidity pools, and stuff like that, which, like, I don't know how to do liquidity pools, but this is the way, people can onboard very easily into liquidity pools, because you just ask Hustle, hey, do this for me, and he'll actually do it for you.
Oh, that's impressive.
He says, yeah, he says, he does a final check, and you could say yes. You can actually tell him, if I'd done, buy 1 Sol of Tensor and execute, he would just execute it without asking me, for kind of the secondary permission or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And so you can see.
Oh, nice. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a tweet. I think, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, from you, Adam, talking about Hustle. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think I don't know if it was a bunch of different tokens, and then it ended up picking the correct one through
the
interface. I thought that was really cool too.
You're talking about the secret sauce. So Bratoshi, who is watching right now, he's probably, I would say, the best, or maybe in the top 3 of users who have been able to identify and build a few types of trading strategies with Hustle. And because he has a memory, you could basically say, save the momentum-based strategy. That seems to be like the main one. And you can save it. And then anytime you come back, because he remembers your conversations and on-chain transactions, he'll then apply it to whatever tokens that you're talking about at the time. So this seems to be kind of like the winning formula. We were a little blessed and lucky. This seems to be the case with Emblem products, but we'll create something kind of generalized, and you'll wait and see what the users find it to be. And within like a few days, it seemed like most users, they were just like, I want this guy to just find the token and find tokens, analyze it for me, and buy it for me, and eventually sell it for me automatically as well.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
Now you see the computer going really slow, like that explosion of confetti. That's my computer. That's not Hustle. I actually do screw on like an old computer, because I usually don't share my screen or anything. So that slowness is not Hustle. That's actually me. But so he traded.
No, I got you.
Right. So that's what it is. If you wanted to do that, I mean, basically the way I look at like his ability to pick is if you're on Pump Fun and you're looking for, I don't know, Trump does a tweet about, rabbits, right? And then you're like, oh, this is gonna be a token on rabbits on Pump Fun, and there are literally gonna be 20 rabbit tokens, right? How do you know which is the right rabbit token, right? And that's where it gets very difficult. And what Hustle can do, I think, and any kind of the LLM model, the idea is that he can just pull in so much more data than you or I. It would take us 20-30 minutes to try and figure out, quote unquote, what's the right one. And he can just go through that in 15 seconds. and of course, not always get it right, but like that particular time, he definitely got that one right. He nailed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Jake?
Yeah,
Should we
that's
go
awesome.
into
Yeah, go through a few of the DeFi apps real quick in case anyone's watching, or many, if anyone from Connor's group is watching, maybe haven't gone through this. So on the left-hand side, we have these different DeFi mini apps where, again, manual experience, you could click on deposit, you could go deposit and start in a concentrated CLM pool or a standard pool. Same with the swap module. If you go up to the top, it's like kind of the same experience. And then Adam, go to the Pump Fund mini app. So kind of show what that's under DeFi. It's under DeFi. Go to the Pump Fund one. So with the Pump Fund mini app, right, there's 3 different types, and you'll see the buy settings. But we added something where you'll see what's called the details. And what we're trying to do is build this kind of blended experience where it allows the users who maybe aren't familiar with the experience to get these kind of quick hits. So if you hit details,
so I clicked on this one for finger
Oh.
coin, right? And basically that popped up this prompt, which asks about obviously a very specific contract address. And now he's going to dive in with what he can figure out about that particular one, right?
I like that. Yeah. That's literally just integrating both sides of it, just with everything. That's very cool.
yeah.
So you can see it's got
exciting.
the basically newly created, and I've got this zoomed in, so it's not, it's harder to see, but obviously these are newly created tokens about to graduate. Very similar experience that you're probably already familiar if you're using like BullX or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. And it's pulling up all that information. Is that just from that detail? Like when you
That
hit
was
that
just that
detail
one
button too?
detail on that one token. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, wow. Oh,
Yes,
I like
sir.
that a lot.
So Connor, when you're because this is the first time we've met. So when you trade, are you generally on Solana or Bitcoin or Ethereum? And also, what kind of trader are you? Someone who, is sitting on Photon, monitoring trenches? Are you more of like an NFT guy, or how do you go about your style? Because that'll give us kind of an idea of how to communicate with Hustle, and we'll try to form a trading strategy for this session around kind of how you go about things.
Yeah. I would say for the most part, I feel like I got 2 different strategies that I operate with. And when it comes down to, I trade on Solana and a lot of like mainnet ETH and even base too. But the main strategy that I like to do as far as, if I'm in the trenches or, what they call it, it's just looking for just quick trades in and out. Usually it's on coins that have, launched within, a 24-hour period, the first 24 to 48 hours, if they're still kind of, doing their thing, still running a little bit, depending on their hype. But that's usually kind of what I'm focusing on, mainly Sol and base. But that's what I would say for now. Yeah.
Oh my God, finger coin.
Well, thankfully you didn't recommend this one.
Yeah.
But you saw there, I just asked, hey, show me the chart, right? And he found me the chart for it, right?
Yeah.
So
No, that's
like
cool.
a recently graduated, right? There it goes, man. Or no,
Yeah.
actually is about to graduate, but yeah.
So Adam, how about you tell Hustle that we have a guest on the live stream?
I actually already told him.
Oh, you did?
I already told him. Yeah, he's aware, Connor. Yeah. So
Sweet. Yeah.
Tell him we want to create a new strategy today. And we could pick any metrics. Like, do we want to go like super dumpster diving into like the pre-bonded tokens? We could find the kind of mid-cap ones where it's like between 100K and a mil, or we could kind of go for, what's a trending type strategy. Yeah, or we could even just start by saying we don't know what type of strategy we want. Give us one.
Yeah, I said just we want to create a new trading strategy for Connor. Give us 3 different ones. Excuse my spelling.
It's pretty good.
You're fine.
What we did find out last time is he is terrible at giving token names.
Yeah.
It's one thing we want to do is we want to integrate Pump Fund into this to where you could just launch tokens with them. And
That would
man,
be crazy.
dude,
Yeah.
it was like dad joke memes.
Yeah.
It was quite bad.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I was just saying strategy once this plays out. So I know there's 3 here, but yeah, why don't we do like just recently graduated stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Catalyst
So what I can do,
driven.
I can stop it right here. I can actually
Yeah.
just say,
Oh, sweet.
Connor wants to do recently graduated.
Dude, this house token, we've been seeing it on stream a few times. It just literally keeps going up every time we pop in here. I think he recommended
Is
it
it a
once
house
before.
coin?
Yeah, see it on the Trenches app on the left-hand side. You can kind of see the like trending. That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
volume.
yeah.
House
So
one. It's crazy, dude. I mean, that one we saw, I don't know how long ago. It's just like, it's bonkers. That type
Yeah,
of stuff.
that's been a trend. Anything with coin after it.
wow, look at that. So he said the graduation momentum strategy is what he's suggesting here. It looks like he's taking some information from other guests because I don't remember him putting in these type of
this is actually a new, I've never seen this where he's got the black boxes before. Have you noticed that? That's
I haven't seen that before. It seems new.
Yeah.
So it's either Shannon was cooking up some new updates or this guy's just aggregating information across. Because the cool thing with Hustle is that there's like some privacy features where he keeps like the user's like private information isolated to the account. So if we told him, if you were using an account and you said, hey, Connor, or hey, my name's Connor, he'll associate your information with the wallet that you're signed in with. But like developing trading strategies, he actually puts this into kind of like a larger aggregate information and then tries to source kind of better trading strategies. Or at least this is kind of how I'm understanding it. I know it kind of changes like kind of often, but
yeah.
Adam, so what is this called? Can you go up to the top?
So this is called his recently graduated token strategy for Connor.
Very cool.
A specialized strategy focused on pump fund tokens that have recently graduated to Radium. This approach targets the sweet spot where tokens have proven their initial viability, but still have a significant growth potential. So its core concept here on the increased visibility, liquidity, and trading volume that typically follows when tokens graduate pump fund to Radium. And so he's going to monitor pump fund tokens with 10K liquidity approaching graduation criteria and focus on tokens with 150 plus holders and steady volume growth over 3 days. I think we should I would edit this. I would probably look at that and say, no, we want something.
So tell him, take you copy it and say, or you could just say number 2 in the identification phase. You want to
I'd say let's make this 1 hour.
You say 1 hour strategy or 2 hour, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Make sure. So basically, from my understanding, the strategy he's going to take is he's going to try to find a token that he feels has volatility after it graduates, and that's going to keep going for however many. What's it? 200%? Does he say? Oh no, 30%, 50%, and 200%. It looks like.
Wow. Yeah, so that's crazy. So we kind of just built this whole thing in literally seconds.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's when it gets like you start realizing that or I realize that any trading strategy I have is the most like monkey brain, buy sell. There's no nuance to it, right? And you hear people, take a little profit here, slowly DCA out, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that once Hustle is more fully formed with this automated trading stuff that's coming out really shortly, he'll allow that kind of nuanced trading, which I think is just going to benefit so many people.
No, and that's very cool. I feel like also too, something like this that opens up a ton of potential for people to mess around with automated strategies like that, to be able to tweak things so minutely, and just test things out. It's almost like you're testing out automated trading manually.
Yeah,
that makes sense. It's super interesting.
So that's actually what we're building next. I think it's going to happen. I think it's ready for next month. So he essentially right now can build these strategies. You can save the strategy. So if you had to leave the session or something, you could just say, save the strategy for next time, put it into his memory, and then he can buy the tokens automatically, but he can't sell them automatically right now. We haven't built that. So with our stream, when Adam and I do the stream, we usually have to sell the asset because we're going to log off. But essentially you could say, hey, take this momentum strategy. And then when the position is up 50%, just sell the whole thing, or you can say sell 30% of it at a 15% gain, sell 100 and sell 60% of it at a 200% gain, right? So you could kind of stagger it, and then you don't even have to be there, right? And you can also add a trailing stop loss where it's like, hey, if it increases 30%, sell all of it, but if the token goes down 7%, then exit the whole position. So you can capture the downside.
See here, he actually recommends like not just jumping all in, like primary entry, secondary entry, right? Which actually is enhanced. Cool. I haven't seen him recommend this before. I don't know if you've seen that.
It's getting better, dude. Yeah, the little box stuff is new.
For sure. So this is all like, this is the incredible thing where he just gets better on like the daily.
Yeah, so I was gonna say too, and it's probably training itself too as it's doing all this stuff and learning from itself, right?
Yeah, Shannon actually developed part of the code base with the AI, with Agent Hustle himself. So he actually like somewhat has built part of it, which is kind of insane.
So he's saying, would you like me to demonstrate how to execute this strategy with a specific example token, or would you prefer I explain how to set up the monitoring system? I'd say, how about?
Yeah, I'd say compare it, or give us some tokens you can apply it to.
Find.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the Solana market at all today. I've been basically deleting my passwords and saving myself from the future. So I haven't looked at anything from today.
Yeah, market was not too bad today.
Rapid graduation momentum.
That's wild too.
Yeah, Adam, go to click on 6 hours in the Trenches app, and then go to new.
But just so you know where I am, Connor, it's over here in tools, and then the Trenches app. So you can see that's where DCA limits and copy trading are all coming out. But
gotcha.
So I'm in the 6 hour window here. Obviously, Fartcoin is the dominant.
Yeah. What else do we got there? So these are some of the main ones. Official Mr. Beast.
I pretty much guarantee it's not official, but we'll stick with that.
Retard finders at 50 mil still. Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You know what's crazy is I just found out like a few weeks ago that wrapped ETH was on Solana. That's like, to me, that's like a death knell to ETH. Like you're literally wrapping the native asset and then bridging it over. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. So identifying tokens that fit. I'll verify the graduation status. Oh, is he still?
I think. Well, my computer.
Stuck?
I think it's sometimes if he gets stuck, you just type continue. He gets kind of unsticks him.
He seems to sometimes get caught up when it comes to looking through the recently graduated. Because what I've learned with Solana, there's two completely separate API systems for pre-bonded tokens and bonded tokens. Like all the bonded stuff never has any issue. Looking at all the pre-bonded stuff, because it just exists within Pump Fund, and there's only like a handful of companies that have built API services for the pre-bonded stuff. He seems to be a little bit slower on that, although he does pretty well still. Kiki's delivery service. Well, who's that guy that who's that actor that we talked to that liked the Kiki's thing? What was his name?
What was that?
I'm trying to remember. He was a guy in Fast and the Furious. He's like a big actor. He was coming in and talking with us one day in the Ordinals chat about some NFT meme. It was called like Kiki's Freaky Kiki. I think that's what it was called.
I can't remember, man.
Freaky Kiki.
Yeah, it was one of the Fast and Furious actors. I forget what his name is.
That's cool.
So, I would go. I mean, for me, I like to check, the chart or whatever. I mean, because he can get screwed up. So for me, it's always like trust but verify.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, that's cool though. It's like it pulls up all that data like instantly. That's really sweet.
The Democratic Penguins Republic.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, my screen's messed up here.
Yes.
So if I share this tab and said that's this one,
Okay. Click
Democratic Penguins Republic.
click on the 1 hour chart.
Oh, it's a.
So he's trying to catch it on the
He's trying to catch it
upswing.
down, basically. Yeah.
Click on oh, there's no volume in 5 minutes. Click on the 1 hour. See how much volume's been there.
Yep.
6,000.
Yeah, it's probably dead.
This is probably dead on, yeah.
Yeah.
The Penguins came and they left.
And yeah, they left just as fast as they got there.
Kiki's delivery. Yeah, we got to eventually we want to try to build the charts directly into the LLM. I don't think we've completely figured out yet without just basically spending the entire budget on charts inside of the AI prompts.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, these are
this one is like horrifically dead.
that's horrifically rugged.
Yeah. Wow.
That one's real bad. And who's the other one? Cooker. So it seems like with this one, we probably have to fix the strategy somehow because it looks like it's recently.
Yeah, he's not catching it. We said within what 5 minutes of radium, and these are way after. These are hours.
So basically, what we'll probably need to say is like, you probably need to add some sort of filter on it where it's like, don't include any asset that has gone down 70% from the all-time high or something like that. Maybe 50%. Because if you're going to add that in, it looks like, because he's looking for ones that have recently graduated, but then they went to zero within like 4 hours, it looks like. So you want to try to find the one that still has some sort of momentum and kind of classify it down to that.
I love the creativity with that. You can get so deep and intricate with strategies here. I think that's wild.
Yeah, if Bratoshi's on here, you should throw some suggestions of what you think. He's like the master man. He's got some pretty good DCs out there on how to go about it.
Yeah, sweet.
But it's cool too, because when you get like Bitcoin ecosystem on here, like ordinals and runes, and when you get Ethereum, you can have him just basically, analyze all of the ecosystems to figure out. I would like if we had ETH, Bitcoin, and Sol here, I would say which ecosystem or chain has the most volume, and I would probably that would probably be my decision to see which one's most active if I am trying to do like a short-term trading strategy.
Right. What about more longer term stuff? Have you guys messed around with like longer term strategies?
A little bit. We've toyed around with like utility coins. He had us buy Pith. We're holding it.
Actually, we were supposed. What was the one we bought? It was supposed to be for today's show, but
Stick
can't answer or can't be on your computer.
Yeah, that other computer is literally the security people told me to immediately unplug the internet.
Throw it in the garbage.
I have to factory reset. I got to factory reset the computer next.
Does it actually I was going to say, does factory resetting fully eliminate that stuff?
This is what the few legitimate security teams I'm talking with, they gave me this this write-up that basically says if your computer is completely compromised, you go through this. Literally, the first thing it says is unplug the internet, and the second thing says do not go past this step until you unplug the internet from the computer.
Wow. Yeah,
it's crazy. So avoiding severe price drops. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Did he give us some coins?
No, he didn't.
What are these? What are the ones that are above? 35 active wallets. Did he just not name the token? Yeah, it's just information.
Yeah.
So it looks like he did. He just didn't give us the info.
So how many of you guys are building this? Is it mainly just you two, or are there a lot more of you guys?
So the Emblem team is 8 people total. We have 2 devs that are working on the Emblem Vault side of things, which is like, if you're familiar with the products, like the NFT bridge, right? Trading Bitcoin NFTs on ETH and rare papes and stuff like that. And then we have 2 devs, our founder Shannon and other developers working full time on Agent Hustle. And Shannon kind of goes back and forth a little bit, but we're building a few new products here. We're also going to be launching something here probably next month for builders as well, where you can kind of build your own agent hustle, build your own front end, and kind of build your own experience where you get the wallet. So Bratoshi says,
Yeah, yeah.
I usually steer away from newly created tokens just due to volatility, but I'll have him search high volume tokens that have entered a consolidation period phase after the initial pump, specifically searching for coiling, consolidation, and bull flag patterns. That's pretty good.
Bro. See, that's a trader, dude. We're like, find token now. Yeah, that's like a trade. That's like
That's
real
crazy.
trade.
I've seen some people have reached out to me saying, they're like, does he understand chart patterns? And I'm like, I think so. And then they're like, does he understand chart indicators? Like they apply MACD and RSI and the Stotch and the Fibonacci retracements and all of this stuff to him. I don't know if he does. It seems like they said that he has. I guess if he has access to the chart, he could read the chart. Some of the stuff actually just completely blows me away. Like I'd say, no, he can't do that. And then they're like, well, he's doing it. Like, oh.
Right.
So I say to ask him. The cool part with AI I've learned, and it's actually, dude, saves so much time. Like in an emblem for years, I probably still am like the tech support. So anytime there's an issue, I have to sit there and debug with people. But anytime with Agent Hustle, if there's ever an issue, I just say, ask him. I don't know. They're like, what do I do? I'm like, I don't know. Ask him. Tell him, talk to him like he's a person. He'll tell you what the issue is. Usually solves itself for the most part.
Yeah. That's cool.
What do we got here?
Hyper Whoa, which is this one.
So Hyper Whoa, that looks pretty good. It's pre-bonded. It's still going up, it looks like.
Although there's not much volume, very little volume, almost no volume.
Well, it looks like it's just launched. Like, go to the 15-minute.
When did that launch?
Click on the 15-minute candles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I just want to see how long it's been around. See, it's trending, right? It's going up. Numbers going up.
This is the second one.
I was gonna say, this one's crazy.
Do you know this one? You know this one?
No, I swear, people come up with the most ridiculous stuff. It's like comedic sometimes.
Yeah. So I mean, this is like pre-bond. This is actually like this would be one I'd be interested in. Like this is kind of my wheelhouse. Like this sort of super early
Louis farting.
Pre-bond. Nice. Sweet.
What's this? Black Mirror? There's been a bunch.
Oh, Black Mirror is out today, so they're probably trying to find a meme from the episode. I love Black Mirror. Connor, do you watch Black Mirror?
You know, I've seen a few. I'm not too familiar though.
Oh, it's good.
It's good. You ever watch the Twilight Zone? Like the old episodes?
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of like that. It's kind of like that, like a modern version of the Twilight Zone, honestly.
So all these are kind of pre-bonded, super early stuff. But you see I think he's nailed these. These are nice, kind of early.
Black Mirror, and then Sex Rock is in lowercase. You know what we should do? You should ask him like, so if Black Mirror came out today, right? People are trying to find a Black Mirror one.
This looks fake to me. Looks like a fake one.
Yeah. Trump is also a big thing today because of tariffs. So you could even file it down. If we wanted to file it down to like memes, you could say, give me 5 or 10 recommendations based off of today's social memes,
including. How about we focus on the Black Mirror? Give me, how about that? You want to do that?
Yeah. Right. That would be pretty cool.
This
thing you can even focus on like narratives almost if they're coming in, like these little French narratives.
He literally won.
That's crazy.
I think it was our first stream or maybe our second one with him. He found this token. Literally, there was 7 holders, and he said that this token was associated with Anatoly, the creator of Solana.
No way.
And it was based off of like some sort of like thing that he said during some conference. I kid you not, like it was like literally 3 or 4 days later, I saw a full thread on that token. And they're like, this is associated with Anatoly. Whoa. And it ended up started pumping. And I was like, God damn it, dude, we should have bought that.
Should have like gone in with size, bro.
Yeah, we were like 7 holders. We were like, what the hell?
Yeah, we would have been holder number 8 on a token that ran to like, I don't know, $10 million or something.
Yeah, that's nuts. Oh my God.
Is that the same one? The Black Mirror Sexy Rock?
Black Mirror Sex Rock. So something rocky. So I'm actually going to watch Black Mirror later if I get some time. I'm guarantee I'll figure out what it is. Direct tie-in to Black Mirror's USS Callister episode.
So
is that the same one?
That's the Black Mirror Sex Rock. That's this one, which you already recommended previously.
Yeah, it's gotten more momentum. It's almost bonded. Look at this. It's 92%.
Because everyone's watching the stream.
Because everyone's watching it. And what's the other one? What was the other one?
Oh, he's still.
Or is he still typing?
Yeah, he's still typing.
So his recommendation will put 0.2 Sol in. Oh, the secondary position's Wojak coin. Was there something about Wojak and did I see something earlier today on my timeline about Black Mirror mentioning the trenches or something like that? Maybe that was the coin they were talking about.
I think I just read something too. Yeah, it was like I think it was Pump Fun or something was mentioned literally in the episode or something, but don't quote me on that.
Oh, that's right. I saw that on the timeline. Definitely it got in the it was in the episode supposedly. So what do you think? This Black Mirror Sexy Rock? Do you think we should try this one?
Dude, fuck it.
No, I think we should go with that.
Go with it.
Let's do it, yeah.
You might want to try to buy it quick before it pre-bonds. If it bonds and you try to do it that way, I would try to do it through the swap feature, to be honest. I don't know if it's gonna pop up in there though. Swap. You go DeFi swap. I don't know though if it's a Radium swap, so I actually don't know if it's gonna be in there though. It's a thing. Might have just fucked us. Whatever. Let's see. You could always catch it on the type in the contract data to see if it pops up.
I will.
I don't know if it will though, if it's pre-bonded. I guess we'll find out. Probably take some notes.
Where was that pre-bonded? Was that on Pump Swap or was that Radium? I didn't even see.
Oh, I forgot that it's on so that they have Pump Swap now. So there's no like down period. It's just like when it graduates, it just continues to go. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I think Pump Swap. I think it's different than how Radium was. I think their graduating is a lot less, as far as like market cap or something. Or I could be wrong. Maybe there's, because it's already built by them.
Yeah, I think Pump Swap is. Yeah, so your slippage might not be wide enough for this.
We just try it again real quick. Let's get it.
Yeah, and say if you're buying like pre-bonded tokens, it's got to be like fucking 10 or 15%. Fuck it, send it. It's probably everyone buying it right now, as we are. They're like, buy it.
We missed the goddamn swap.
Oh, it's all good.
That's okay.
All good.
It's for the stream. Do it for the Vine.
Do it for the Vine.
It's running.
No, but that's something too, though. I swear. Like, if you catch something like a Black Mirror, usually as long as the coin is not going to be straight up LARP or rug or bundled or something, usually things like that can run for a little while, minimum a few hours.
Yeah.
So
we got it.
Yet.
We got it. Rocky, Mr. Rocky Balboa.
There we go.
There we go. So the other one he said is Wojak, but he's saying that it's the Wojak memes align with the Black Mirror commentary.
Yep.
So that's kind of interesting. He's taking memes and aligning it. Go down. I want to see what he says about Wojak, though. Strategic advantage. So while not directly Black Mirror themed, the Wojak meme represents technological anxiety and digital isolation. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like what, dude. Anytime I watch a Black Mirror episode, I gotta sit down and think about my life for 10 minutes.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I don't know. The OG Wojak coin. It's kind of like, are we reach? What was the one? Oh, the other one he picked, which was this. Was it not? What was the one that was the Bitcoin early Bitcoin logo one? What was that one where they took that early logo?
Oh, you're talking about Buckazoids?
Buckazoids.
It wasn't Bitcoin. It was based off of 1991 Space Invaders.
Right. Buckazoids. And
that's what that was.
Did you see that one? That one popped for a while.
I saw, but I never looked into it. I saw it trending for like a Actually, today I saw it trending, but I didn't even look into it.
Yeah, he likes
he-
Bojack.
That's
I'd hate to fade this one because he's mentioned that now twice.
Hold on. We just bought one. Let's not get too overzealous. I don't think we've actually hit. I don't think we've hit 2 recommendations. Usually it gives us 2. One's right, one's wrong. At least from my experience. At least from our experience on here so far.
Okay.
But ask him if there's any other Black Mirror related tokens there, because that could be there could be some other potential Black Mirror runners out there. I mean, what else happened? I'm trying to think like what else happened today. You have Trump, China, tariffs. I don't know.
Was that me?
No, I think
Oh, that's,
Adam, is it your slaves in the back cleaning your house?
Oh, is there a sound? I don't hear it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It sounded like some background noise for a second.
It was my pig coming in out of the from the backyard. It's possible.
Was it Petunia?
Could be. No, I don't hear, so it's definitely not. Let's just check on our other token real quick. Here, let's see.
Rocky.
What setting do you use? You use the 15 minutes. Honestly, I use
So
like
is everyone dumping on us now?
probably.
What what price did we get in at?
I don't know.
It's like 30,000 or something.
Yeah, totally dumped. I don't think we bought up here though.
no, yeah, we definitely bought the low-ish area, I would think.
Did the dev
I don't
sell?
like deck screeners. This what do I push to get like I would normally do 1 day and then like 1 second. But what would you get? Yeah.
1 second to watch is just like, dude, crack.
There we go.
That
That's
is.
Yeah, I
like
can't do it.
I like the second. I want to see it second by second.
The second is like, dude,
Yeah,
it's
right.
either for like people who just have no dopamine left in their brain, or you're just like, you need that type of, or it's just for entertainment.
I mean, I like this one because it's like, look at the volume in 5 minutes. This is like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Pretty
it's gonna
good.
jump. I'd be buying.
Ask him to do a rug check on the token to see
Okay.
kind of like, you know, how many people are holding. Ask him to give us an outlook. Tell him to give us a thesis.
Well, he's
Usually-
actually
Yeah.
he's doing a little deep dive
Okay.
right here in the Black Mirror.
Black Mirror digital currency called Tupid. Tupid is a clever play on the social credit systems. Black Mirror Sex Rocky. That's the one that we're in. Currently 87% off the all-time high.
All right, so he's got 2 of them. I'm going to stop that there. So those are the 2. Let's look at this one real quick.
Oh
Just
yeah,
a sec.
another one. Wow.
Black Mirror digital currency. This one's 197,000 market cap. This one is a runner. 50,000 transact. Oh wait, where did that go? Stupid.
Well, that's 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh.
so that's.
Yeah, $4 million in volume. See, I knew we should have looked around to see what
But
else
look
is
at
out there.
there's only 5-minute volumes, 19K, man.
Yeah.
This type of thing's a little bit scary.
Tell him to do some better analysis on the 5 or 15-minute kind of volume. This is where you get real granular. This is how people just sit there and talk to him all day.
Oh right, I'm like, that's something I would be doing. I'd be picking Agent Hustle's brain, just tweaking everything, like just seeing what it can do. That is so interesting.
Yeah, man, it's fun. It's a good old
Thing
time.
I'd say right now, he tends to get too
Yeah.
long-term vision. He gets into this like, oh, in the last 24 hours, it's done this. It's like, no, dude. Focus. We need to know the last 5 fucking seconds, not days. Right?
Yeah,
We need
right.
seconds. So if anything, like to your point, like how does he do with like long-term tokens? I think he'd actually probably do well because his kind of general like way of approaching it is much more, long term is what I've looked at. It's like anytime I've done this, I've had to like, no, tell me what's happened in the last hour or 15 minutes, right?
I got you.
To kind of narrow him down, focus him, if you will.
19K on
Yeah.
5-minute volume is pretty good.
I'm gonna pull up deck screener too. For a
Hell yeah,
second
dude.
alongside this.
Can arbit. So detailed 5-minute for Tupid versus Rocky. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, compare the two.
I don't know though. It looks like it's running to 0 to me. When I look at the chart.
Oh, it's at 8,000 now. Wow.
Hmm.
It's
Look
everyone
at all
was
that
watching.
volume. I mean,
Oh yeah, wow.
Toshi's probably buying in right here. Is like, this thing's gonna run, man. It's gonna run. But
Black Mirror Sex Rock's kind of a weird name. And why is it called Rocky?
okay.
But hey,
I know,
Just
there's gotta be
everyone-
something with that episode or something.
yeah. I feel like what tomorrow Coachella starts, I guarantee you it's probably gonna be like a Coachella meme.
Oh, you're probably right. Or if something crazy at Coachella happens, or some like bad performance or something.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at that.
So is it saying so current 5-minute extremely high, $78,000 in
Make it bigger. Can you see that better?
yeah, so he said it's not ranked in the 10 trending tokens yet. Extremely high volatility. So you're saying Rocky's showing more momentum on the 5-minute chart.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But the momentum is down. Momentum is definitely to the downside.
He's like, sorry. He's like, sorry, bro.
Like, there's a lot of activity. It's everybody selling the fucking token, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. I wonder, did the dev sell it or something?
Yeah, I think that's
it seems like it's getting more holders. I mean, when we bought it, it's had 100 holders. Now it's at 250.
Where are you seeing that? That I don't see here.
Holders?
Yeah, where are you
It's
looking?
down next to transactions.
Oh, I
Keep
see.
going right there. Yeah.
60, yeah.
Can you sort them too, like as far as coins that have launched, even pre-bonded, that have updated their deck screener, as far as adding like
I don't know.
websites?
It's a great question.
I don't know. Ask him if he has access to deck screener. I don't know if he does or not. We do. One of our plans is to integrate browser interactions, which we have been testing in our dev environment. It's kind of crazy, where he can literally basically peer into any website and pull information from it. It's kind of wild.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's not as great as like having the API to the site, but it's like you have access to kind of the front end stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because then you could get really crazy.
Socials, right?
What'd you say? Yeah. Because then you could get crazy where if he can literally watch a web page, you can have him watch Trump's speech and mint meme coins based off of what he says.
No way. That's wild.
Yeah. All right, we got a little comeback on Black.
The comeback. Here we go. Here we go, boys. On our way back. This is what we're talking about. The sex rock, man. Sexy rock.
Like sexy rock. I mean, it's so funny. This is what I mean. Definitely over the last 2 weeks, we've probably done like 4 or 5 of these shows. When we faded him, we've been like, no, that's like that one about the Soul founder. We were like, that's so stupid. There's no way you had access to that information. Completely faded.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say when you're playing around with him, think of things or where he's going to have just this wider like aperture of like information than you, and trust that wider aperture, to take in that information. That's really what you're looking for. It's like, how can he know something that I can't really see because he has access to a whole lot more information than I have. That's where these wild shit like that. Where he could just pull one out of a hat and you're like, what is this? Pay attention to those, because that's where it gets really really kind of crazy, I think, for sure.
Yeah. So Connor, dude, tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm curious, since it's our first time meeting. When did you get into the industry? And I saw you do you do a YouTube channel, look like, on your account? You host one?
Yeah. So no. So I got into crypto actually in 2020. During the the other crash that happened. But ever since then, I just been grinding it out last cycle, lost a lot of money, through the bear, and then just been, grinding the cycle too. But I started my YouTube channel just beginning of this bull run, basically, because I knew I wanted to basically document my journey, because I knew I was going to be investing in crypto. I'm like, you know what, might as well start, being more active and stuff, just dropping videos, things like that.
Oh, we're almost back to our buy. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
I think we
Rocky.
bought in at like 20K or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
There
go.
we go.
Bring it in. Sender, boys. Sender. We want the Rocky. Send the Rocky. So do you do crypto full time?
At the moment I do, yeah.
Dope, dude. How long have you been doing it for? When did you take the
First time you got in 2020?
You've been doing it full time 4
No,
years?
yeah. No. Mainly just for like the last year or so.
What do you think about it? What's the biggest change to your life? And is there anything about being in crypto full time that you didn't expect?
Yeah, honestly, it's good and bad. I think the biggest thing is kind of just the swings that can happen from obviously volatility, seeing your portfolio go up and down. Just mentally how it can, kind of strain you, especially if you don't really do too much else.
That's brutal, yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing, the toughest thing. But yeah, I mean, just continuing, just constant research, stuff like that. Really just keeps me grounded. But yeah, I would say that's probably like the biggest thing with it. But yeah, I love it. Wouldn't be another industry I'd want to come back to.
That's kind of how I feel. I've been doing it now full time 4.5 years, almost 5 years, I guess. Yeah, 5 years
Right.
since March 2020 is when I went full time.
Sweet.
It's when you're living off are you living off of your trading strategies?
Yeah, through some crypto, and then also, just I have a group for YouTube, and just doing that.
Nice. Yeah, it's a little bit sometimes it can be traumatizing when you have to make some money all time. Also a lot of pressure as well. You don't realize it until you're doing it for a few years, where you're like, you hit a big win and then you don't put away enough, right? And then the market goes pretty much dark for 5-6 months, and you're just sitting there stressing the fuck out, trying to figure out what the next meta is going to be.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he did here, just to point out, like these tokens here, they were all updated on Deck Screener, which is.
Did he say on there that he doesn't have access?
Wow.
Is that what he said when you asked him?
So he said, yeah, I don't have direct access to social media data, but I can check token information through other available tools to see if we can find social media links updated for these projects.
It seems like he's doing pretty good, though. There is a lot of Black Mirror tokens in here.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess they're all launched. Yeah, a lot of them launched a few hours ago too. Okay.
Yeah, because it's been live for what, almost 24 hours now at this point.
Yep. Well, this one, the Tupid, which is this one, we've already looked at it. Give me a sec to load.
Yeah, number 6 on Bird Eye. So this seems to be the winning Black Mirror token.
So far. This is the thing. It's always so difficult to tell, what's manipulated.
Until everyone buys Sex Rock, bro. Everyone wants Sex Rock.
That's why I tend to like to buy stuff early, because it's like your downside is a little bit lower. Like these, you just never know until, you got to do like, the holder count is high, but it's I wonder what the Twitter is here. Let's look at this Twitter.
Let's look up some Sex Rock Twitter. See what's on there.
Let's see.
Yeah, check it out.
We're gonna get a Sex Panther.
It's gonna be like a tweet from somebody else, right? Or yeah, exactly. Who's this, man? Who's Mario, dude?
Probably.
Yeah, 74 followers, bro. Yeah, so I don't know, so this is like ripped from, so this is obviously, ripped from the show itself. This little video right here. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Finding your two Bitcoin. See how our Rocky's actually doing here. Let me zoom out for a sec.
Mr. Rocky. Mr.
Oh, where'd
Rocky.
that go? Oh, I lost the screen. I hit the wrong
Oh,
button.
that's okay. You chilling, man. So Connor, before Adam invited you on, or Chris or whoever it was, had you looked into the AI sector at all? In crypto?
Yes,
You interested in it?
crypto. Yeah, that's been it's been a narrative I think in crypto that I've been like almost fully focused on. It's been, especially lately, it's just been one of my favorites. I still think, even for me though, I'm not really a developer or fully in AI. It actually has been a lot to learn over the last year, but I think it's just the innovation behind it, like even outside of crypto, is just insane. And I know it's just, as crypto is a speculative, attention-based economy, people know it's just going to be the narrative, still for even this cycle going forward.
Are you selling Rocky, bro?
No, I'm just checking.
No way.
Oh, I was like, damn, you dumping on us?
Don't dump on us. So we're a little below our entry. We got in at 0.2. Yeah. So we're a little.
Was it 0.2? I thought it was
Okay,
0.3.
okay.
That's
Conserving
chill.
capital here. There we go.
So what AI sector or projects did you like the most? Were you into the KOL bots like AI XPT? Were you into the kind of more infra plays like virtuals? I think Arc is one of them. AI 16Z.
Yeah. No, good question. I think for me, some of my favorites, I think they were definitely the infrastructure. I feel like I was super bullish on agents too in many ways. I'm trying to think too. 'Cause, yeah, I think both agents and infra, I really did love, and I still do. It's just, I think with the market just moves so quick with the tension up and down. I think they're, at some point they definitely gotta have some sort of comeback, but those are probably my favorite. It's just, especially like you said, virtual. That's literally one of my favorite projects. Just the way they've operated, and just providing agents, kind of flipping the whole narrative from meme coins into AI agents, I think was just next level in the space.
You mentioned earlier that, if we had asked Agent Hustle about utility coins or long-term projects, is that the type of guy you are? You like to buy shit and hold it for like days to weeks to months type stuff? Because infrastructure is like, you're buying an infrastructure project, you're generally holding that for months or years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of like my thesis for a lot of stuff is is I like to find, I guess just like longer term gems, whether it's kind of riding out new narratives that aren't really here yet. Something I'm, bullish on too, which is kind of out there random, but it's like robotics based stuff. Just finding like new things that aren't really in the market, and exactly just holding them for, whether it's weeks, months going forward. That's kind of like my main strategy as far as, just looking for undervalued gems in the space.
You a Bitcoin holder?
Believe it or not, I am not.
Oh,
Most people in crypto aren't.
yeah.
I know, it's actually wild. Lots of people do not hold any Bitcoin.
Everyone was holding meme coins and AI coins when
Yep.
Bitcoin started ripping, and everyone is just down horrifically.
Yep. Totally, man.
Yeah. Yep. I know, those took a huge hit. It's crazy. Crazy.
Well, do we want to put in, what would be like, if you wanted to put it, if you were putting in like a strategy on some like longer term tokens, what would you be looking at? Like if you just, you have a smart trader here, what would you type in or ask him to look for in like a longer term strategy?
That's a good question. I would say, some things just based on, we could do from socials to team to even charts, liquidity, tokenomics.
Actually,
I don't know how
let's ask
in-depth
him.
we can go with it.
Let's ask him what his opinion on virtuals is.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think he. Well, he only has access to Solana.
Oh shoot, I forgot
We're slow
virtuals
at the
in
moment.
basement. I forgot. Did they ever launch their stuff on Solana? What happened with that? Do you
Yeah,
know?
they
I don't know
did.
if it
They
ever
are on Sol
did.
right now.
They are on Solana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought they did launch it. Yeah, but I don't know how they're connecting their token or whatever, what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. Well,
Yeah, but let me think. I guess for like a longer term strategy, I guess one of the main things that I like to focus on is charts. You could look for something that has maybe been around for whether it's 3 to 6 months, kind of sitting at a bottomed out accumulation range. Yeah,
There
I
we
mean, you
go.
can get
Yeah,
really
tell him to give us some technical patterns.
yeah.
So wait, so you look for bottom out on what time frame are you looking at it usually?
Usually between a daily and a 4 hour.
wait, what did
Tell him that show us. Just say we want to look into some infrastructure projects on Solana
Yeah.
that could be a long-term hold, maybe for weeks or months, that look like they have bottomed out on the daily chart and have over what 2,000-3,000 holders maybe. Like if you're doing a longer term, you probably want a little bit more of a diehard community who's just a bunch of bag holders who will never sell anything.
give me a so it's bottomed out on the daily chart, but looks ready to rip.
Yeah, it looks like it's ready to rip, and that it has a diehard community of bag holders. Put that specifically. He probably knows what that means. I mean, last time when we did the retire your bloodline strategy, we called him champ and said that we had 2 hours. Was it? We had 2 hours to retire the bloodline. Give us 2 tokens that will 2x in the next hour. And we ended up finding one, and he bought 2 tokens.
Oh,
and one of them actually went up 106% in like 40 minutes, which was pretty cool.
That's
and then the other one was break even, I think, after an hour.
Yeah.
Which was a cool one. So it's kind of a cool fun machine. You know, it'd be cool is if he just if somehow we build something where we say, Hustle, give us 10 short-term straight trading strategies, and then he has them, and then you just like randomly hit one and say, just you take the strategy and just ape some random tokens for me. Just gamble it away. It's like a strategy slot machine of some sort.
Well, it's like if
this that would be crazy too.
You know, if we got this prompt right and it actually was like the right one we wanted, that actually gave us a kind of return of information from him that we liked, we could basically name it and say, hey, Hustle, remember this as trading strategy Connor, right? And so so next time you're on, you're just say, hey, bring up trading strategy Connor and find me the tokens. And so that's kind of the way you would kind of look at it from like a memory perspective.
Okay. No, I like that. Yeah. And so, like, if you're going to use this, do you just connect your wallet? And does it take from, like, the wallet connected, or do you have to send funds, to the platform itself?
Yeah, you have to send it in. You have to deposit it. And the reason why is to the wallet inside of the platform is a smart wallet. And the smart wallet is API based. And so this is how you allow the agent to communicate with the wallet is through APIs. So like your web extension wallet is not a smart wallet. It's a EDSCA wallet, which is like the kind of private key, public key, ring signature type stuff. And the agent doesn't have the ability to communicate with it. I guess you maybe could in some way, but here it just makes it easier. So essentially in this, when you generate a wallet, you're co-owning the wallet with the agent. The cool part though is that the wallets that we use are non-custodial. We use something on the back end called LIT protocol, which takes the
Okay.
keys, which takes the API key to the wallet and stores it in what's called a trusted execution environment. You probably hear that name a little bit more. It's essentially like
T.
TE, so it stores it in a TE. So he doesn't even have access, to stealing your shit as well. Or you give him permission so he could view it, but it's not like stored. He has to like basically peer at it every time. You have to give him permission.
I gotcha. Oh yeah, that's cool. How long have you guys been building? Has I talked to Adam like before the stream for a little bit? You said like, was it been what, a year and a half, or was it way longer than that?
No, it's much longer than that. Like Hustle himself, working on the AI we've been building since like the end of last year.
Gotcha.
But no, Emblem's been around. I was telling you, Shannon worked at Mastercoin back in the day, but he's been basically building Emblem since like 2016, 2017.
Yeah. So you guys have been around
for a while. The company's been around for a while. It's probably one of the longer standing, consecutively active companies that never really had a break. Started with a token on Counterparty in 2016. And then Emblem, the product itself, the like NFT bridge, deployed to ETH mainnet in 2020. And then I guess you would say this is kind of like the next iteration of Emblem with the AI stuff. Hit around, was it maybe November, December of last year is when really we started. We started building the wallet maybe in like September. And then the wallet evolved into having the token. And then the token evolved to having the agent. Then it was like, oh, let's plug the agent into the wallet. And then after we plugged the agent into the wallet, people were like, oh, well, can we trade with them? Then it's like, start building these trading tools. And then it's like, everyone's like, oh, well, can he find me tokens? And then he's like, oh, he's pretty good at finding tokens. What else do you want? They're like, well, can he sell it for me too?
Yeah.
Right.
And so it just continues to evolve as the community kind of tells us, what they're looking for.
So you can see right here, just so you're aware of like the functionality. This is the wallet here, right? Where I can push this and copy the address and send from any wallet on Solana into this wallet, right? And that's
okay.
So you can copy it here too. Here's the Sol address.
Gotcha.
But then of course I can come here and actually just click this, and it'll deposit it directly from my Phantom wallet directly into this account as well. So that's kind of the functionality. So looks like he picked Jupiter.
He always suggests Jupiter and Pith. It's like these are like the two top infra projects he always suggests.
Yeah, he loves it. And Render.
I feel like there's just not that many infra projects on Solana. You have kind of like the main dominant ones, but it's not like ETH where there's like a new infra project popping up every day with like a big TG and stuff.
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. Sol really only has a handful.
Pump fun token, man. We need that pump fun token.
Everyone just wants to be a degen and trade in the trenches and gamble on Solana, which, hey, dude, all for them.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Rocky.
It's a rocky ride. This Rocky, I tell you what.
Yes, doing an M. Just put in a lower high though. So higher low. I mean, put in a higher low. So let's continue the ride.
Yeah. So we can get a push past 25, 28.
It hasn't died. It's still going.
So it graduated and then it just literally dumped to $8,000.
No, I don't think it graduated. I don't think it did graduate. Did it? I don't think it did graduate.
Did it not? I thought it did.
Got up to.
Did they just sell that shit? Hold on. What the fuck is it? What are we looking at here?
Oh, this is that's the Twitter of
what? Of Rocky?
Of Rocky. Yeah. So
this really?
For the show, there must be a scene, and this is so they're trying to like this scene.
Oh, is this the sex rock?
That's what it is.
The rock named Rocky. That's what it is. So this is obviously like part of this show. Like this is maybe spoiler alert for your episode, Jake.
Big God commented on it.
So this is when I was here on Rocky. This is I clicked the Twitter and that's what came up. So
Big God, you following this? You aping all this? You watching? Comment out there if you're watching. I know you are.
Can this search like ticker mentions on Twitter as well?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Dude, You should have seen there was a tweet I saw today from the banker. Have you followed the banker project in DeFi?
No, I don't think
It's
I
like
do.
the social. You haven't seen that on Twitter where people are. It's on
Hey,
base.
banker, buy me two.
Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah.
This or that token. Yeah.
I saw him in the comments of I think her name's Yolinda, the CEO of Twitter, and it's like, bro, you need to change the API styles. It's like who the fuck puts 50,000 and 5,000 as the top two options? Like
Right.
you can't give us something you can't give us something in between there. Like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, right.
I agree, dude. It's 50,000 to literally for the API access a month. That's like
Really insane.
you got to give us trenchers out here who are trying to build some products. Like there's literally no wig 50, dude. That's 600,000 a year to get that. Like
No.
not everyone's VC funded where you can just throw money at that kind of shit immediately.
Funded, 60 60 grand a year is nuts. But anyway.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 600 grand a year.
Yeah, like bro, come on, seriously. But the roundabout way is once we allow him to do browser control, he can basically kind of, I guess you scrape it or he views at it and he can see the information. It might not be as fast as an API where it's basically just getting like a syringe of data into his digital veins. He actually has to kind of look at it and read it.
I forgot I could move this over too, so I can go to my Rocky and get the chart.
Yeah, you know, one feature I do want to add is to be able to just minimize the whole mini up stuff. Would be cool.
Totally.
I'll write that down.
Where you could just
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like this Rocky token, man. I'm telling you, this could run, bro. This Rocky. I'm almost like, let's dump more in. That's what I do because I feel
you want it double down? It looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it because I feel like it's not just a pump and dump. Like it had the initial run, you know, as I look at the kind of extended tab here, it had. I don't think it's graduated, and I think
it just looks weird as fuck on Deck Screener.
It looks weird as fuck. Like people bought in real quick. Maybe the guy who launched it, you know, bought a huge supply and then insta dumped it. But then people like us are like, actually, this looks pretty cool.
Let's ride this Rocky. Yeah, the 5-minute volume's doing pretty well. Go back to the. Yeah, I like this chart, dude. Fuck the Deck Screener chart. This one looks way better. Like, how are people gonna buy it if you literally got it on this Deck Screener? And people are like, "What the hell? That's like a gigantic candle down."
Right.
Tell him to give us a thesis right now. See, that chart looks really good.
Yeah.
Tell him, give us an update on the Rocky chart. Tell him we did this last time. Give us some take profit strategies over the next, I don't know, say 5 hours or so. See what he says. And ask him, we did this one, it was pretty cool. What is the what is the probability of win rate every hour over the next 8 hours or something like that? And he literally gives you like, oh, in the next 2 hours, you have a 85% win rate. And then it's like, you can kind of see where he's, I guess, hypothesizing where the kind of top or the short-term top will be.
Yeah.
And you can tell him to put it in a graph. Tell him to put it in a graph too. It just looks nicer in a graph. And a lot more clean. And I know you don't like when he's wordy. So just say, put this in a graph.
Keep it brief, Chatty Cathy. Yeah,
he is. His mother did not talk to him when he was little. He needs to be listened to.
Oh well, that's funny. Of course that's so funny. He said that.
He's done a graph before.
Yeah, so funny, dude. Whoa, he just went below. What the hell did he just do? He brought up a chart. What the fuck? Jupiter chart.
Jupe. Oh no, he's done that.
He just glitched, man. Hold on. Honestly, I think a lot of this is my computer because we did have that guy in the Telegram. I don't know if you saw it earlier this morning, Jake. The guy's like, he did just like that, where he just like went black or whatever. I think it's the computer. I don't think it's actually Hustle because my other computer, I never get this.
He's never timed out on me. I do know sometimes if you put the word chart, or if he types the word chart when he's responding, it'll bring up the chart. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's like a bug where it's like only have him bring up the chart.
I forgot to put the token in there. Duh.
Oh man.
Retarded. What an idiot, dude. I forgot to I literally copied it and then I forgot to put it in.
Oh, he's still doing the strategy based off of the previous conversation.
Jupiter, man.
Oh yeah, I think he is.
He's doing the Jupiter strategy.
Trying to go to the moon, man. Well, I guess Jupiter is kind of farther, so.
Yeah, he's just trying the Jupe strat on the brand new coin. That's so funny.
Yeah, my computer is fucked, man. I can't even like. It's so glitched out. I can't even.
You still have a gateway? What's going on over there?
I can't. Dude, don't.
Got a gateway desktop.
Don't mind.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys too. How did you guys meet and kind of get started?
Oh man, it's a good story. So Adam and I actually met in 2021 in this like emerging sector called historical NFTs. Have you ever heard of any of them? Like Mooncats, Ether Rock, Curio Cards, CryptoPunks, Rare Pepe, as well as Genesis.
Yeah. Nice.
So we kind of met in that sector during like around the Mooncat rediscovery. It's like a big kind of scene. Sad all my Mooncats got stolen. That's what got stolen. So yeah, pain, dude, pain. Spent like 150,000 on all those back in the peak bull run. Yeah, sad days.
Yeah.
But so we became like kind of leading voices in the industry. Or that sector is like me, Adam, Leonidas, who's like pretty big in the ordinals ecosystem, and this guy White Rabbit. There's like a few others, and we all became like close friends. And at the beginning of, or maybe middle of the summer of 2022, I wanted to build a historical NFT marketplace, so kind of like a Web3 Christie's or a Web3 Sotheby's kind of style. And the reason why was at the time there was other NFT communities that were building their marketplaces. There was like a photography NFT marketplace that popped up. There was an ENS marketplace. There was like 5 different art marketplaces. So I was like, oh, let's do one for historical NFTs. And I reached out to Adam and a few others, and Adam was like, oh yeah, I'm actually trying to do this as well. And he like had reached out to a few people. So we were like, oh, let's just kind of do it together. And so we reached out to a few people. Emblem was one of those people, and they were just like, hey, instead of building the historical NFT marketplace for you, how about we just do it with you and you just join the team? And at the time, Emblem was only 2 people. So Adam and I were the 3rd and 4th. There's 8 people now. And very, very quickly, we realized that the idea of Emblem Vault is infinitely larger than a historical NFT marketplace. Like it's literally kind of like an Amazon of crypto. It's the shipping layer of all of the industry, because what Emblem Vault is it's an NFT that you can put NFTs and fungible tokens inside of. And this is kind of like what Amazon does, for example, right? So like if I send something to your house from Amazon or through UPS, you have a box. The thing of the box is the NFT or the vault. And inside the box, you're putting non-fungible items, right? Or fungible items if you're putting like kind of Monopoly money and stuff like that in there. Then you're shipping it from one place to another. And this is exactly what Emblem is. It's an NFT that you're taking from Bitcoin and shipping it to Ethereum, right? Or you're shipping an Ethereum asset to Solana or whatever. So it took us a little while to kind of realize that. And so we just started building that vision out. And now it's 2.5 years later that we've been on the team. That was November 2022. And then the AI space was like the biggest aha moment. Like it took me a second to kind of come around to it. But when it blew up and kind of saw this like emergence or crossover between crypto and AI, I was like, oh, this is the next cycle is kind of the intelligence cycle, where most products are going to be either just complete AI products or existing companies are going to build some sort of AI component to it, or an AI companion, or some sort of agent crossover. And this is kind of where we are today. But I got into the industry in 2016. I found Ethereum on Reddit. I think it was either r/Wall Street Bets or r/investing. I was trading Forex at the time, and I just graduated college a few months before. And the rest is history. Immediately found Ethereum, and I was like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. This is insane. And then found Bitcoin like 4 or 5 months later after that. And I was like, wow, this is an insane industry, and started trading shitcoins in 2017 with the ICO era, and hooked ever since. We've had a lot of ups, obviously a lot of downs, like the last few days has been. Yeah, like the last few days has been. But you know, it's unfortunate. But in this industry, man, if you just let these kind of really tough things that happen to you personally, you know, really get you down, then you know you'll never make it, because the upside is just completely insane, especially kind of building a company. But I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, man. So he's given us, obviously he's a little wordy. I should have told him to be briefer.
Cut the shit, bro.
Cut the shit, bro. Give me the fucking buy sell. But you can see what he did. He broke it down into like deeper analysis, including like support levels, blah.
Yeah,
blah.
wow.
Just
super in depth, yeah.
Super in depth. Which can have a place, you know. For me, I don't, you know, for longer term tokens, I think it has a much richer place. Like if you're looking at Jupiter or something like that. But for shitcoins like this, I you know, so much is, I think for me, his best use case is finding, like, from a mountain of information, finding a handful that he can really kind of pull out of, you know, drill down on or find. I think that's his biggest. What they do, like in the you know, are they going to run or are they going to just go to zero? You know, so much of that is kind of just luck or whatever, you know, or catching the right trend, you know.
Right.
But anyway, dude, I didn't realize it's like I have a hard out in like 2 minutes. But
so are you gonna sell it, or are you just gonna hold it and maybe sell it on your own?
I kind of like this one. I'll let her.
He likes the Rocky.
I'll let her run.
There we go.
I think it's, let's see the chart. I'll let this baby run. I might even buy a little more.
There we go.
Depending double down. Gotta double down, right?
Oh my God. Shouldn't have told them we were gonna close up the stream and everyone's selling it.
These paper hands. You know.
Everyone's like, Adam's off, dude. Fuck this. I'm out.
Too.
I'm out, bro.
Rasoshi's dumping on me right now.
Yeah, he's dumping it right now.
Yeah, dude, that's what they literally call the exit pump. It's like live stream over, dude. We're out.
You're out.
Yeah, wow.
This is where the automated like trading comes in, because we could just be like, we're getting off the stream, but you know, Agent Hustle we're still holding the wallet, and he's gonna just execute the trading strategy for me on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe it puts in another little, you know, lower high kind of thing there. See,
somebody's buying
it's
down
fighting.
here. I know who that is.
It's fighting.
I'm telling you, this movement, you're usually with, look at this chart, dude. This is like a chart. This isn't the dev bought it all and then sold and then it was over. This is the dev bought it, right? Mm-hmm. It pumped up here, dev sold, pumped up again, dev sold all his shit, and now it's like, you know, bounce it. And
it's time for the revival.
It might not be. I don't know. We'll see.
After this, I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna watch this fucking Sex Rock episode.
For sure.
And I'm gonna text you. I'm be like, dude, sell it all. You know what? The episode is terrible.
But Connor, man, it was great meeting you, brother, and good hanging out. And I'm glad we got to show you a little bit of what Hustle is and what he can do, and maybe, you know, you give him a try in the next few days.
Yeah, 100%. No, I'm actually really impressed. This is like very cool. And it was really nice meeting you guys, and I appreciate you guys having me on stream too.
For sure,
thank you.
Yeah, bro, it was really, really fun. Dude, everyone who sat here and watched with us, all 560 different people who've tuned in between Adam's Twitter account and YouTube. Oh, look at it. Rocky's making its way back. We'll see what happens. Adam is not selling, dude. Also, Connor, dude, great to talk with you. I just gave you a follow so we can stay in touch. And
Sweet.
yeah, it'll be a fun time. Any questions you have about this, or anyone in your community who has any questions, dude, just shoot it our way. We'll continue to do these streams and hang out and grow this thing to wherever it needs to be. A lot of cool stuff on the horizon.
Yeah. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, again, I appreciate it, guys. Definitely keep in touch.
All right, everyone who enjoyed this, we'll see you guys on the next stream. Have a safe weekend. Protect yourself. Turn off remote access settings on Zoom.
We'll have to make a house.
I'll post it tomorrow. I'm waiting for the security team to get back to me to confirm, because this person also, dude, crazy that this is like a scam account with like a 90,000 subscribers. It's like fucking insane. But I'll put a post out. I think Adam will as well. Kind of insane. Turn off remote settings on your Zoom account so you don't get everything stolen from you. Until then, be safe. Have a good weekend.
Later, guys.